Okay, so I'm back with more messages on this couple at your request. And I want to let you know that I keep hearing no growth. No growth. They didn't evolve. They didn't change. They didn't have a transformation. They didn't transition from one place to another in this union. A very spontaneous beginning. Wasn't well thought out. These were actually two different people that took this jump to be together. And it's not working out, of course. But it's a lot of learning lessons inside of this relationship. And I feel like I just heard the word duke. Like they feel like one of them has duped them or tricked them into this relationship. It's actually very balanced in the anger. It's balanced in the blame game. You can feel that both of them blame each other. This is not one-sided at all. But it's some kind of thing that happened. It feels like they got together and it feels like they never changed. They never grew. They never opened up. They never found a purpose to the relationship. They never found that. And they never found themselves when it comes to love, when it comes to marriage and how to deal with marriage. It's a lot of unanswered questions. They never searched for answers inside of this relationship. And I do kind of feel like he wants things to stay the same when it comes to his relationship. I feel like the reason why they're breaking up is because she has decided to be different, choose different, to do different things. I think she left the fold. I think she found some type of excitement somewhere. I think that it was time for her soul to go where it needs to be or to go through the transition she needs to go through. I really do think that she found some type of connection outside of this marriage. I have strong water signs and Geminis here. I think she may have cheated. And if it's not physical, because it doesn't feel as strong, and actually I don't feel a lot of passion coming off of her at all. Maybe it's just an emotional connection that she has shown interest with. She's been touched. I want to say that she definitely connected to a twin flame during this relationship. Met one, experienced one, or just finding that person now. Yeah, I really do. I really do feel like she stepped out. I don't feel like it's sexual. I don't think it was sexual. I don't think that she was sneaking or in some type of secret with her behavior. I think she communicated this all the way through. I feel like they was broken up so many years before they broke up. I feel like maybe she began to leave the relationship much faster than him. She pretty much, she slipped out of his hands by standing in his one position. He has one view, one thought. He has one way of living. He has a strict process of love. And it feels like he was standing still. And she popped out of his hand with this connection of another person. Some water sign or Gemini has came along. And someone has brought this emotional connection to her and opened her up a little bit. Yeah. But she began to, what can I say, go numb in this relationship, I would say from day one. As weird as that sounds, it starts so passionate and fiery. And I can see how they just jumped into this spontaneous love. But ever since that day, she's been falling back and falling back and falling back And it's all because he wasn't able to help her grow. And he could have by growing himself. So that was an activation that she needed in her life right now. And I think she got that activation. I think he's more angry at her than she is angry at him. The bitterness is going very deep right now. The anger is very, very strong. She broke the rules. She changed his life. I think he blames her for everything that is happening right now. And I think he wants to hurt her or get revenge. He wants to hurt her heart. He wants some type of punishment or want her to receive some type of reaping and sowing karma, whatever you guys like to call it. He wants her to pay emotionally for what she changed in his life. I really do think that. So much conflict going on, so much restriction, and it's all because of the heart. His heart is broken, and because his heart is being broken, and he feels embarrassed, he feels shame, he feels like he was duped, he feels like he was tricked, he feels like he regret the whole relationship, like I never should have gave you a chance, period. I didn't even want this. I gave you a chance. I gave your love a chance. It was very personal for him because I don't have him desiring love, looking for marriage. I don't have him doing that. But I have him in a place where he met this person and he gave this person a personal chance to show him what love is, and they turned their back very quickly. He's very stressed. He's very frustrated, stressed out, anger, sleepless nights. He needs to go through this, to be honest with you, because he never evolved personally in the relationship. He's been kind of staying the same. He's been in a place where he doesn't want to look at himself. He don't want to go deeper. He don't want to get into the soul. He don't want to open up his spirit. He's against change and him changing. He wants to be the same, and stay current in that place. And this is meant for him to get out of character because he's going to find a bigger part of himself. This is going to make him better, greater, or this is going to make him bitter. It's his choice. He's going to be better or he's going to be bitter. And right now, he looks bitter. But this is being done so that he can turn to himself and discover things about himself that he refused to discover. She wasn't able to get him to pull new things and new places out of him because he's uncomfortable with change. And it became boring for her. And when they tried to communicate about it, it never worked. Communication sucks. I can see her trying to bring newness, and I can see him telling her don't change by saying something to the point of, you're a liar. I could see him saying that to her a lot of times. I think he calls her a liar when actually it's her trying to change, trying to grow, seeing things in a different light, a different perspective, and he look at that as a lie. But he's very stressed. He's concerned about his money. He's concerned about stability. He's concerned about losing his life. He's concerned about losing everything that he came with. He is concerned about losing because this has turned into some type of competition now. Once the breakup was accepted, now it's about competition and a power struggle of you going to make my life, you're going to leave my life the way you came. Now it's about fighting because there's no healing going on. He's very concerned about the finances, the home, the house. He's very concerned about the children. He's not concerned about his image. He doesn't care what we think at all. That doesn't bother him as much. He just don't want to look like a fool, and he doesn't want to lose like a loser. His concern is about not losing. I trusted you to love me. I trusted you that everything was going to be fine. I trusted you in this marriage to make sure we stay tight. You change. You begin to not want what we agreed to. You tricked me. You duped me. And he doesn't want to walk away from everything that he has. He wants her to remove herself completely out of his life. It seems like that's the only option she has. He's not willing to negotiate compromise. It's more like, since you feel this way, you leave and you go far away from me. And you only take what you came with. So they're gonna be fighting for a while. And I do see him being, I would say, afflicted, attacked, maybe some type of, he loses something doesn't go his way. So he got more of this coming, more consequence coming. Aquarius season, I could definitely see. Maybe he hears something in a court case he doesn't like, but it's a failed attempt. It's something that stresses him out very, very deeply. He's about securing the bag, securing his house, securing his kids. He just wants her out of his life. The anger is so strong. He's not talking to her. He's not answering her calls. He is not giving closure. He is not doing anything. Only thing that he's thinking about is protecting his stuff, his self. He's putting himself first. But it's to fight. And in a relationship, if he would have put himself first to discover himself, I think that spontaneous feeling from the beginning would have stayed inside the relationship. It got dull. It got dull. The biggest conflict is they don't know each other. They don't know each other deeply. They don't know each other's desires. And it's probably because they're still trying to figure them out. No understanding. Yeah. Why do I kind of feel like he wanted to hold her down? Keep her at home. I got a feeling he didn't want her to work. He wanted her to be, the housewife. It feels like he wanted that for her. It doesn't feel like a negative way, but it just feels like he wanted to keep her close in her home, and she couldn't do it. She had to explore. She's adventurous. She had to see. She had to move. She can't be suffocated and she can't be held down. But he definitely wanted her closer to the home, in the home, staying in the home. He just wanted to protect what was his. I think his overprotection kind of made her pop out of his hands. He squeezed her out of his hands. Yeah. But at the same time, I do got some lying on her side. Deceiving, lies, not being honest, not telling whole truths. This is kind of like, there's no men here, it's just women. But it's really men there. And her getting off the phone with him saying that, and maybe saying to the friends, he doesn't need to know that. She always kept a secret. She always kept privacy. She always kept certain things to herself, for herself. Because she does not want to deal with, I almost say, reality. She doesn't like confrontation. She doesn't want to argue, fuss, and fight. So she will hide things from him so she don't do that. She doesn't like hammering out situations. She likes to get over them. And she's fighting back this time too. But I see her giving up with the fight. So she may give in. Whatever she's holding back on, she may give in. The only reason why I think she's fighting back is because she knows that he's doing it out of anger. She knows that. She knows him. She knows his anger. But when it comes to those kids, I see her having a lot of strength. That might be the one area she fights to the end. And that also might be the area where he fails at or loses at, or it doesn't go his way. Somewhere around Aquarius season, that might be the area. He may not get what he wants when it comes to the children. Big chance he won't get what he wants. And that's the area where she fights at the most. Those, I'll say those. I don't know how many kids they got. I feel like 2. I feel like they had 2 kids. I feel like they have 2 kids. Or I feel like they had 2 kids. Maybe one was a miscarriage or something like that. But I just had this moment of those kids are her friends. That's how she made it through this life with him. That's weird. Why do I feel like I have to check? I don't know for sure. I don't know them like that. I didn't check to see if they had kids or not. Sometimes I don't like to get too much information because it blocks the stuff that I hear. But I don't know if they got kids or not. That's number 1. Number 2, I feel like they got 1 living child right now. And number 3, I feel like they had 2 or 3 pregnancies. I really do. Yeah, I feel like they had 2 or 3 pregnancies. I really do. She will fight for those kids. That is for sure. Yeah. I kind of feel like she has a fear about him too. I don't know if it's physical. Maybe it could be. Maybe she never pushed him to this side of anger before. So I feel like she fears him, not knowing what he may do to her or snap out. She kind of made me feel like he's a ticking time bomb right now. Because she has never seen him in this place. She has never seen him this angry, this mad, she never seen this type of rage before. Because she never pushed him or tempted him or provoked him or made a decision against his that would cause this kind of behavior. So this is new for her to see this part of him. This is new. She always wondered what things would be like if she just say, but I still think I shouldn't do it, and I'm not. I can feel long drawn out conversations and arguments in this relationship to get her to keep her word on something. And I can feel her just giving in for the sake of no arguing and no anger, because she doesn't roll like that. She's really not that kind of person. She doesn't like to argue, fuss, and fight. And I can see her just saying, okay, whatever, forget it, and just going numb. And I can see her desiring to say, no, I will not change my mind. This is what I want to do. And I think she never did that because the look in his eyes, she was afraid to see the other side of what will life be like, or how he will handle a moment when she actually keeps her word, which goes against his. So it's definitely some fear in there. They don't know each other. They don't know the soul realm of each other. They don't know the inner man of each other. They never connected in that area. They don't know that. I don't even think neither one of them was seeking that type of spiritual relationship, because the spirituality on his side, it feels low or masked or never been touched or not touched enough. And on her side, the spirituality feels like it doesn't exist. It feels like she moved according to what's happening and what connects to what she's already thinking. Kind of like if she think about something sweet and they happen to be giving away peach cobbler at the fair, then yes, that's her spirituality. It connects. It's a sign. I'm going to eat it. But without the confirmation, I don't see her doing things. It seems like she needs confirmation to make movements. And I believe that this water sign of this Gemini gave her that confirmation. Gave her that balance, gave her that strength. She's definitely been touched, awakened in some kind of way. I even can feel like the breakup was not the abrupt breakup. It was kind of like, whatever you want. Yeah. I think that she went numb, which is resisting him, to get him to leave her. I think she got him to break up with her by just not being available mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I could just see him saying, if you don't want to be here, just leave. And she say, okay, I just leave. It's just the weirdest thing about that. So not knowing each other inner wise, not being able to be on one accord, not being able to be like-minded. They don't have a lot of the same views. The passion went away for a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah. What's next for them? More fighting. They got some more fighting to do. They will be fighting amongst their lawyers and fighting amongst family members. I can see him acting out, showing up in some kind of way unannounced. I don't know how far his anger is going to go. I see him trying to protect everything that's his, not allowing her to get anything, not even something that's hers. So I hope she got everything. I don't see him letting her back in. I just see him building up a gate around his life. That's what I see him doing. But I also see him coming towards her at a certain point, just to scream, just to vent, just to argue, just to let her know how he feels. An unsuccessful attempt to. See, what makes him angry is that she's not going to respond the way that he wants her to. And that's actually her power. Her silence is her power. So some unsuccessful attempts is coming up. Definitely I see divorce. Definitely see that. I do see him losing in some kind of way with the children or with the children's case or something to do that. What I mean by losing is whatever he wants. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe that she wins in the area of the children. The divorce will happen. Case closed with that. I believe that he's going to fight for all material goods and definitely don't desire to give anything. I believe that he's going to use his fatherhood to try to win over these cases with her. Yeah. And I see her in a relationship, going into a relationship, or I see this person around her that is extremely attracted to her, desire her, want the best for her, want to make love to her, want to be with her, be her next person. And I see her just allowing them to be there. But I don't see her pushing towards them. So maybe this love happens after everything is at peace. Maybe this relationship starts heavy or heavier once everything is clear. But I think she knows that this person is interested in her in a romantic way. And I think she finds comfort in their conversations, especially the awakening that she's getting little by little. And I don't think that she's fully going to be in a relationship with this person or give a vow or commitment to this person, or even give them the attention that they want. I think she's utilizing somebody that's in love with her. That's how it feels. Okay? Alrighty, so that's what I have for them. Bye-bye.